Well, I'm at work and I made myself another can of sardines, and I mixed it up with 2 eggs this time and my pork rind crumbs, and I'm putting mustard in it, and it's actually helping a lot. I can definitely tolerate it with the mustard. So I'm trying to get my sardines in, and it's making me very full. Well, I'm home from work. I stopped at Walmart, picked up a couple things. This is my sardines that I had. This bowl was pretty full, and I ended up putting mustard on it, which was way more tolerable. Even though I'm not a fan of mustard, it made it taste a whole lot better, but this was all I could handle, so I'm going to save this for tomorrow. And this was my beef, my ground beef, I had a little cheese in there and some seasoning. And this was all I could eat of it, so we'll save that for tomorrow too. And then I bought myself some apple cider vinegar with the mother, and some, because I learned from Dr. Eric Berg that for those of us who have gastric bypass, we're supposed to put a little acid in our stomach, which is the apple cider vinegar, before we eat something, and that will start the digestion process up. So that's cool to learn. And then I bought these. They were on sale. I think they were like 10 bucks for the 4 cans. But I'm going to make some more chicken nuggets, like I made the one day that Nisha from Ken Berry's channel, Nisha Berry, his wife, makes these delicious chicken nuggets. So I'm going to make those. There, I put the fishies in there and ground it all up and mixed them up, and that's the boys' dinner. So the boys are kind of going keto a little bit because they're getting some vegetables and some fruits.
Fine.
But yeah, but that's fine. So, huh, Sam? Sam's like, give me my dinner. Newbie, you want your dinner? Huh? Newbie's like, yes, give me my dinner, Grandma. I've been waiting all day. Well, I was a dummy and caved last night. This has 2 servings, so it's 520 calories because there's 2 servings per container. It is a brownie that we have at work that I like to say has crack in it because they're so addictive. 18 grams of fat, 40 grams. Basically, you got to double everything. Come here. Now over here, the carbs. So I had 84 grams of carbs. Come on. However, I did have 6 grams of protein, so that's okay. Sugars was 58 grams of sugar, so that's not good at all. So yeah, and I don't even know why I had the damn thing. I've been craving it for a couple of days. We had a really rough day yesterday. It was busy and everybody was cranky. However, I did have one sweet little deaf lady who I had to go out to the pump and help her pump because her husband, and she was probably in her 70s, her husband was in the hospital, and that was the very first time in her life that she's pumped gas. So I went out there to teach her, and she was so sweet. I looked very close at her to make sure she could read my lips, and she kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. She was so grateful. So she kind of made my day. She was just very sweet. But anyway, as I'm talking here, I'm having a cramp up my left leg, all the way up in the inner thigh. It's so much fun. From the knee all the way up into the inner thigh into my groin. Yay. From my lovely brownie that I had today, and then last night, I don't have the wrapper, but I don't know why. My parents' anniversary is next week, and so last night after I got done with work, I ran to Walmart and got a few things and got them a gift card for Walmart. And so I should have my little stand out here. Hold on, I'm going to go get my little stand. All right, so hopefully this is filming in the right direction. Seems like lately when I'm in the kitchen, I'm not paying attention to which direction I'm filming, and I'm getting that little skinny frame thing in the middle, which, sorry about that, I'm trying to pay more attention to how I'm filming, which direction it's going. So, but anyway, yeah, last night I had gotten a gift card at Walmart for my mom and dad, and I had bought a card a few days ago, and their anniversary is coming up, so I wanted to get that in the mail last night, since it's already Wednesday. Their anniversary is Sunday. So I'm hoping it's going to get to Minnesota by Saturday. So, and if not, it'll probably get there Monday. But anyway, so we went out at like 12:30 last night. We all loaded up in the car and went for a little car ride around town. Well, I had been craving these damn brownies at work for several days now. It was all in my head. I know it was. I didn't really want it. My body was telling me no, but I stupidly caved last night. And I was also, actually I've been craving Dairy Queen. I wanted just plain vanilla ice cream from Dairy Queen. I don't know why. If it's a calcium thing that my body wants or what, or cream, or I don't know what their stuff is made out of, but I'd been craving it for like a week now. And I get off too late to go to Dairy Queen, so darn, thankfully there's no 24-hour Dairy Queens around here. So anyway, so Chris ran into my store after we got done going to the post office. We ran through the McDonald's because I thought, well, a soft serve cone from there, that would, cure it. Nope, they were closed. So we went to my store. Well, he got me one of those chocolate chip cookie sandwiches. It's got 2 chocolate chip cookies and then ice cream in the middle. And I was an idiot and ate that right before bed. And let me tell you, I had massive... I didn't get a stomach ache from it, which surprised me, because I was expecting a stomach ache and only to be able to eat about half of it and then give it to Chris. No, I ate the whole thing. And I threw away the wrapper, so I have no idea how many carbs that has, but I'm sure it was quite a few. And so it probably took a couple hours, and I started having massive leg cramps in both legs all night long. I hobbled to the kitchen several times to drink some pickle juice, and thankfully I had bought a large jar of pickles lately. So yeah, so I suffered through that all night long. Well, I had this brownie in the freezer or refrigerator, and so I was a dummy and thought, well, why not? You paid for it, eat it. And let me tell you, I paid for it more than monetarily. So I had about a quarter of it left, and I finally said, you know what, this is ridiculous. So I threw it away. And I didn't want to give it to Chris either because, well, he's sleeping in there. And so I thought, no, I'm just going to throw it away. It'll do us both good to throw it away. So I threw it away. So I didn't finish it. So I don't know why. Bad habits. I'm still in my 30 days thing. So now I'm going to start, not my carnivore 30 days over again, but I'm going to just start my sugar withdrawal 30 days over again. And see if I can't make it 30 days with no sugar, just carnivore. I'm mad at myself, but it's kind of good to know that I have such a severe reaction from this. And now sitting here, and this is during the day, and I never have these cramps during the day, but I'm already getting cramps up my inner thighs. And let me tell you, they are not fun. So that's what we're doing today. So me and the boys are sitting out in the living room, which is really, really hot because Chris is sleeping in there and he has to work today. And he's been kind of suffering from a backache lately, so I want to make sure he gets all his rest undisturbed. And actually I should pay attention to what time it is so he doesn't oversleep. But make sure he gets all his rest. And plus it's just cold in there. I'm cold, so I came out here to sit. So anyway, I will be eating carnivore the rest of the day, and then I'm going to try to eat as late as possible, but try not to eat past 10 o'clock, and then I'm going to actually see how far I can get on a fast tomorrow, just to detoxify myself, because dummy, I am an idiot. But when you've spent 63 years with bad habits, you're not going to break them in 30 days, unfortunately, but I'm coming clean. So I'm very real and honest on my channel. If it's, no matter what it is, if it's TMI, you're going to hear it. So sorry about that, but not sorry. Sometimes a lot of this stuff I'm finding that we go through, nobody talks about. but it's really helpful to talk about it because other people are going through it, and it's good to hear that other people are going through the same things you are, so you're not feeling like, oh my God, why am I going through this? Am I dying or what? You know, so that's why I talk about things, so that way if I can help somebody else out or help ease somebody else's mind, that's what I do. So anyway here, there were a couple other things I wanted to bring up. Ken Berry is just amazing. I have learned so much from him. And Eric Berg, Dr. Eric Berg, he's also one of my favorites. He's a chiropractor, but he has given up his chiropractic business to strictly concentrate on nutrition for people. So I really enjoy him. He's more of a keto guy, but I've learned a lot from him about, you know, keto after gastric bypass and what to do. Like I bought some apple cider yesterday so I can start drinking that. I have it in my water, but I think I dumped too much in there so I can taste it really well. So we'll have to back off on that. But if I drink that before I eat or while I'm eating, that will help me digest stuff. Since I have no acids in my little pouch anymore, that will put acids in there so I can start the digestion process. So my main goal, is to lose weight, but also my main goal, and I think they're probably pretty even, is to lose weight and, if I can, reverse my osteoporosis, which I believe I can do with the right nutrition and the right nutrients in my mouth to help me to get to absorb these nutrients, since I had the gastric bypass. And I've had the Roux-en-Y procedure. In case anybody's new here and doesn't know, I had it December 6th, 2006. So it's coming up on 17 years? Yeah, 17 years. I had to count on my fingers. But yeah, so, you know, the one video I watched from Dr. Boz, she made me feel like, oh my God, they just butchered me, and I cannot find her video anymore, which I'm kind of glad, because she kind of went to the extreme. I like Dr. Boz, but she kind of went to the extreme. It's not as bad as she portrays it to be. Basically, her video kind of told me that I'm screwed. You know, they rerouted my plumbing and I'm screwed, you know. And no, that's not the case. Listening to Dr. Berry and Dr. Berg, I have hope. I have a lot of hope that even with my gastric bypass, I wish I'd have known this information 17 years ago when I had the procedure. Actually, I wish I'd known about Carnivore 17 years ago, because I wouldn't have had the procedure, most likely. But I did, and you got to work with what you got. So I have hope that I can actually reverse my osteoporosis. I also watched a new lady, and I can't remember the name of her channel, but she has had a DEXA scan that she basically paid $75 for. She had one at the beginning of her 30 days, and then she had one at the end of her 30 days of her first Carnivore 30 days. And she just did Carnivore to help her husband, to support her husband who was doing it. But now she's staying on it. So, excuse me for a minute. Gotta take a sip of the very apple cider vinegary water. And I've been putting 1 packet of my new electrolyte stuff in that big monster, and that seems to work, except for now I have too much apple cider vinegar in there, so it tastes very vinegary, which isn't bad. I don't mind the taste, but it's just a bit, I know I have too much in there, so I have to put less in there. So, and then I probably won't even taste it at all. But anyway, that's about it for now. This is probably going to be a long video today. I have a lot to say. It's my first day off. I have I have 4 days off in a row, so I have Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays off. So, cool beans. I will talk to you guys later. Well, hi guys. I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat. So, here's my leftover fishies from yesterday. I threw a little handful of cheese in here, and I put some mustard in here because the mustard seemed to kill the taste. I microwaved it for a minute, and it smells fishy. But I'm just gonna stir it up. Oh, it's cheesy goodness. Let me stir it up down here. If I can get the rest of this in me, that will be awesome. Go. It smells. It smells fishy. I really want to eat these things because they're so good for you. Newbie would help me out. He's here. Alrighty. Well, let's see here. No noobs. No Newbie. Much as I would love you to help me, unfortunately we can't. Okay, so here's a bite. Definitely tastes fishy. Oh, I'm being drooled on. He's sitting right here. Definitely more fishy the next day. I'll have to eat these, try to finish them up in one day because, yeah, after sitting in the fridge all night, they're definitely more fishy. So, all right, cheers, here we go. Oh, we bumped my rack here. The mustard definitely helps. And like I said, I'm not a fan of mustard, but I like it better than the fish. So, yeah, if I can just add enough mustard and hopefully, I haven't checked the label, but I don't think mustard has any carbs, but I'm going to double check to make sure. So, all right, we'll get back to you later. Well, hi everyone. Well, I'm going to eat again. I'm going to finish my leftovers from last night at work, and I threw in the rest of the stick of butter. I have gone number 2 twice today. I just got finished. It's quite a large amount. I am thinking that was my cookies and ice cream that I had last night and the brownie that I had this morning, or at least that stuff, since it's not going to be absorbed, is pushing everything else out, which probably isn't going to allow me to absorb the good stuff that I've eaten in the last 24 hours. So anyways, we're back on track again. This is what I'm going to have. And I'm going to show you, whoops. I want to try to push the fat these next few days because I don't think I'm getting enough fat there, or butter. They're saying that you need to have like 70% of your food should be from fat and the rest from protein. It seems like a lot of fat to me, but what the heck. So here's butter. It's got a little bit of beef with it. Let me get a little better one. Whoops, that's a little much. So anyway, there's a little bit of beef on there. So I do love butter. So we're gonna eat this. I'm going to really push the fats the next few days. Oh, and I made this a bit too salty. And see what happens. All right, we'll get back at you later. I'm planning on burger patties. We were buying these frozen burger patties. They came in a box of 6 or 12. And since I've been just frying up ground beef and eating it that way, we've decided that the ground beef actually tastes way better than the burger patties do. So we're not going to buy the burger patties anymore. We're just going to do ground beef. Alrighty. Well, this is dinner tonight, and it's basically the last 6 burger patties that we had. I ground it all up. I put on this new seasoning that Chris bought. Threw in some cheese at the end, melted it a little bit, and a little bit of sour cream. So that's going to be dinner tonight. And that's going to do it for this video. Love y'all. Dance like no one's watching. And we'll see you in the next video.